Hi, Jeff, right here from the Chamber. We are continuing our candidate interviews today, sitting down with James Turnwald. James is a candidate for Penn Harris Madison School Corporation. He's the Penn Township. See, James, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Jeff. Looking forward to talking with your membership today.
Yeah, this is great. James, we do these just to kind of make sure our members get a chance to get to know candidates a little bit. So if somebody doesn't know James Turnwald, tell us a little bit about who James Turnwald is.
Absolutely. So I moved to the area from Ohio in 2008, and this quickly became home for my wife and I. My wife is the director of plant operations over at Wellness Pet in Mishawaka, and I'm the executive director at MACOG, or the Michiana Area Council of Governments. And so I work with local elected officials and local governments on investing in transportation and infrastructure.
Great. So James, you're also a dad, and you've got kids in the system a little bit. So talk, yeah, and you currently sit on the school board as well too. So talk to us a little bit about what got you excited about getting involved in K through 12 education.
Absolutely. So I have a personal invested interest in ensuring that PHM provides an excellent education. I have four daughters with anticipated graduation dates of 2031, 2033, 2037, and my youngest will graduate in 2040. So to put it simply, I have a very vested interest in making sure that the decisions that I will make in the boardroom positively affect our kids in the classroom. Right now, my oldest is in fourth grade, and my second oldest is in second grade at Meadows Edge Elementary. And I'm running for school board, running for reelection because I believe our schools need and deserve wise, collaborative, and forward-thinking leadership. And my work experiences has taught me how to lead diverse teams and find common ground and solve problems. And I think public education is absolutely critical for building our workforce. We're educating our kids for the future to make sure that they are prepared to enter our workforce. And so I think that having a proper funded and excellent public education is critical to making sure we have great employees in the future.
So James, a lot of competition these days to public education. What is generally the state of public education? How's the Penn Harris Madison School Corporation doing in the public education business?
Yeah, well, I'm really proud of the work that PHM does, and I think we have amazing educators and staff that allow for us to achieve excellence. Um, PHM offers the best public education in Northern Indiana, and for those that aren't familiar, we're ranked number 11th out of 299 public school districts in the state. We are the home to the number 2 secondary school and the number 1 and number 2 ranked elementary schools in the entire state of Indiana. So I think that we are an excellent district. We have improved our graduation rate from 79% in 2006 to 97% in 2022. And during that time, our tax rate has gone down. Our tax rate used to be over a dollar, almost $1.90, and now it hovers around 93 cents. And so our district provides an amazing education for our kids because we have amazing staff. And we've been able to do that while also being really good fiscal stewards of our tax dollars.
Great. James, as I mentioned, you sit on the board currently. Talk to us a little bit, somebody who's not familiar with what a school board member does. Talk to us about the role of a school board member.
Yeah, so the role really of school boards are to set policy and provide oversight to make sure, in this case, make sure that learning continuously improves and that the resources are there to support our mission. And the mission of PHM is to provide educational environments for students to reach their highest academic achievement. And so our job, there's 7 school board members. And for those that aren't familiar in PHM, um, so I'm representing Penn Township, but all voters in the Penn school districts will actually vote for me. So all of the races are basically an at-large race. It's just the township that I represent only is where I live. And so when it comes to the role that we have, it's to set solid policy to make sure that our qualified professionals are able to do their best work. And so a lot of it is overseeing the finances and capital projects and those kind of areas, as well as making solid policy to make sure that we do the best that we can.
Great. James, you mentioned, working to build consensus or bring consensus. You have seven varying views. How does the board board work together to sort of advance progress within the system?
Yeah, I think one of the amazing things about our school board is that we all have diverse skill sets and diverse viewpoints, but we all try to come together um, to figure out what's best for our students, right? We all are there for our students. And so I think that perspective is really important, that it's not political. It's very much focused on our children's and our children. And I think through my work experience, um, I work at MACOG, and in my job there, I have a board of directors, and they are elected officials from four different counties. So it's seven mayors, four county commissioners, four county council members, and three city council members, all from Elkhart, St. Joe, Marshall, and Kosciuszko counties. So I'm used to working with folks of varying viewpoints and reaching consensus and finding a common good and moving forward on things that are mutually beneficial for all. So I feel like I have that experience directly to be able to use that on the school board and to be able to help build consensus.
Great. So, James, a lot of great things happen at the corporation. Certainly challenges on the horizon, like in any organization or any school corporation. So what would you say a couple of the biggest challenges ahead, and what are your thoughts on helping address those?
Sure. I think all of your members will probably resonate with the first one, which is that we continue to see costs increase, and especially a very competitive employment market. And so that means that we have to provide competitive wages and benefits. And hiring is very difficult right now across the country and especially in this area. And so the amazing work that the district does is because of our staff, because of our educators. And right now in education, there's a national teacher shortage. Going into 2020, teacher prep programs were down 33% in enrollment. That was going into 2020. Those trends have only gotten worse since then. And so one of those major challenges is really being able to recruit and retain the top talent in education, and being able to provide those competitive wages. So that's probably one of the number one issues. The other one that is really important to me is really in prioritizing safe learning spaces. Safety is of the utmost importance of protecting our kids and making sure that they have a safe learning environment so that they can do their best work. And this includes protecting their physical and emotional well-being. And so really making sure that we continue to invest in our physical safety as well as in our emotional well-being. One of the things that as an existing board member, I did help advocate for is that Meadows Edge Elementary, every single day, their students leave the safety and security of the primary building to attend a general education classroom outside in a mobile trailer. And, that's not the safest environment. It's also not the best environment, especially for our district. And so happy that as of our last board meeting, we were able to approve a $4 million expansion to that building to make sure that we have excellent facilities for our students.
Great. Thanks, James. In our last 30 seconds or so, give you a chance to give the elevator pitch for somebody who's headed into the ballot box to vote for school board here. Why should they vote for James Turnwald?
Yeah, I think I am a dedicated dad. I'm a proven leader, and I'm a community servant. Everything that I have done in my history has been focused on trying to make this a better region, a better place for my kids. And I'll take that mindset into the school board meetings, and that I actually have kids in the district. And so the decisions I make in the boardroom, I'll always have my kids in the classroom to think about, all have those perspective. And I think that's really important to make sure that school board candidates have a vested interest in our schools.
Great. James, somebody wants to find out more about your candidacy. Where should I send them?
Yeah, you can find more information about the campaign at jamesturnwald.com, as well as you can find us on Facebook as well, Facebook and Instagram, James Turnwald, PHM, and you'll be able to find us there.
Great. He's James Turnwald. He's a candidate for Penn Harris Madison School Corporation, Penn Township. See, James, thanks so much for helping letting us get to know you a little bit better today. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jeff.